Hello everyone, welcome to Even the Scales. Thank you if you've clicked on my video today, and I hope you're having a good day. I just want to get on here right now and talk about the abuse that I've been going through since I made the last video, because there aren't many ways that the community can get to me now because of how I have been speaking out about the truth on this channel. I've been speaking out about the environmental crimes that have taken place here in Campbelltown over the past 18 months, as well as the extreme ways that my human rights are being abused right now and have been for the past 18 months. And this is why there's only certain ways that the justice system and others that are involved in this abuse can get to me right now. And right now, I'm just being constantly stalked by the Campbelltown police. These police never stop, ever. I've never seen police so obsessed in my life with trying to cause someone to have a mental health breakdown because of what they're doing. That's what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to tip me over the edge so that they can set it up with their ambulance driver friends to come and take me to the hospital, and then they're trying to cause me a mental health breakdown by just constantly stalking me. I'm being abused by my neighbour just every day by this woman downstairs. This woman is being paid to abuse me, and this woman feels entitled to abuse me. She feels entitled to try and affect the air in my home. That's what she's been doing. I just put up a video just then that's evidence of the dust that this woman is sending through into my home. She's being paid to do that, and the Campbelltown police stalk me after I talk about it on this channel or even in my home, because I'm being watched in my home. There's a camera in my home. And if they see that I'm, upset about the abuse that I'm being put through by the neighbour, they will stalk me more just to rub the fact in that there's no help here. Like, they are cruel, callous bastards. They really are. These police are absolutely heartless. I'm an innocent person. I've done nothing to deserve this, and they encourage the Campbelltown community to abuse me, and they do this all day. Every time I get peace of any kind, the police will come along and they will stalk, and this is to encourage people to put me through abuse again. I've done absolutely nothing to deserve this. This is because I am the target of a police cover-up right now. That's why this is happening to me. The police are hiding a lot, apparently. I know of the injustices that I have been through because of these police, where they are covering for a pedophile. They are also covering for a police officer that attacks women in his spare time for fun. And they are also covering up the 10 years that I spent living with family and domestic violence, and still am in my life right now because of these neighbours and other people that are involved. My family are also involved in this abuse, so I'm still living with that right now. And there's no justice, and they don't want me to have justice. That's why they're doing this. They don't want the truth to come out about how they treated me over the 10 years that I spent living with family and domestic violence, because I was treated very unfairly. My calls were not even followed up at times, and a lot of times that I called them, I was just treated unfairly. Sometimes I even sided with my abuser. So that's the kind of thing they're trying to cover up, and that's because so many women have died in domestic violence circumstances over the past 10 years. They don't want the truth coming out because a lot of it's got to do with how police respond to those calls. So this is why that's not all they're covering up, though. There's a lot more. There's a lot more these Campbelltown police are covering up, and this is why they are just so obsessed with trying to cause me to have a mental health breakdown. Then there's this woman downstairs who thinks she's entitled to abuse the air in my home. My landlord, St George Community Housing, has gone to the extreme of rigging her home so that she can do this. And this woman, she's getting away with this. And I need help right now. There's absolutely no help here in Campbelltown. There's no justice system. There's no police. There's no law in regard to what I'm going through. There's no help whatsoever. As I said, my family are involved in this. They have stolen an inheritance from me. So they are sitting back watching me go through this suffering because they don't want to pay that money back. The corrupt members of the justice system were involved in them getting that inheritance as well. They lied to do that. And I have police connected to my family and in my family that have been obstructing me from getting justice. So right now, my main concern is stopping this woman from, and the landlord, St George Community Housing, from contaminating the air in my home. If you haven't seen the last video, it's just a short video that I just made to show people just how much dust comes through into my home. This woman all she has to do is flick a switch in her home, which is on her range hood. And when she does that, it's blowing down all this insulation and dust down into my home. And it just comes down in every single room, out of every corner, down every wall of the house. And it just fills my home. And I have to spend 2 hours the next day going over my home, trying to get rid of it just to make my house livable again. And then she's sitting back watching me on this illegal camera that St George Community Housing have also planted in my home. They teamed with the justice system to do this, to put me through this. And she's sitting back laughing, and so are the police. It's degrading, humiliating treatment. I'm constantly being abused and bullied by the community here in Campbelltown, and they're all sitting back laughing at me suffering, going through this. So I really need help right now. Really need help. I need someone to stand up with me against these abusers, because this woman is dangerous. The woman downstairs is a dangerous person. I mean, that is so obvious. You've only got to look at how many times I've had to speak out about this on this channel. The woman's being paid to try and take my life. She's polluting my house like this because she's trying to cause me to have a health episode, either mental or physical, or she's trying to cause me to just give up on my life, which is never, ever going to happen. So someone needs to do something about her. She's sitting back watching this on a camera. Not only that, she's also watching my heart race. And this is because of this police cover-up, the health system's involved as well. And when I went and had a procedure done a bit over a year ago, they placed a device in my body somewhere that monitors all of my vital signs. So the police and this woman, as they're carrying out abuse, they're sitting there watching my heartbeat on their phones or whatever, just, willing my heart to stop. They're wishing death on me. And it's like this woman downstairs, it's like she's taken it into her own hands. It really is. It's like she's like, I'll do this. I'll take care of it, everyone. Just watch. And she's loving the attention she's getting from others from doing this. She's got people paying her to put me through this abuse. I'm being discriminated against. I've done nothing wrong. I'm guilty of no crime whatsoever. This is happening to me because I'm a woman, because I'm a single woman. These police, they wouldn't do this if I was in a relationship with someone. They wouldn't do it to a man. Oh, they might if it's an old person that's frail, because they're cowards. They're absolute cowards. We have no police here in Campbelltown, New South Wales. We have thugs. There's no law. I can't go to the police here in Campbelltown. Because imagine walking into a police station where the police are involved in a plot to try and have me taken to the hospital for mental health. I'm walking into the Campbelltown police station and I'm telling them that my neighbour is polluting the air in my home through her range hood because it's been rigged by my landlord. Of course, I'm going to sound crazy. That's why they've gone to such extremes to do this. I need someone to notify somebody out there, please notify somebody of what I'm going through, because they need to get a search warrant and they need to search this woman's home, because that's what she's doing. She's turning on her range hood. The woman next door moved out. She must have got worried and got out because she was doing this to me for about 2 months straight after Christmas. And she got out of there. But she's not getting away with it because she was trying to take my life too. There's 3 neighbours that attach to my home. And after she does this, she sits back and she watches my heart race. And then she sits back and watches me have to clean it up for 2 hours, probably laughing. And the same with the police. This is what type of thing I'm going through. And the people that are involved in this abuse, they're just absolute parasites, seriously. If I walk out the front door, if I go anywhere, I'm just swamped with all these stalkers that come towards me just trying to provoke me. That's what they try and do when I go out in public. I went out yesterday to a certain store, and it's a huge organisation. It's a big organisation. And these organisations that have joined up with the justice system to do this, they have people watching me in my home. So what they do, they base abuse off the things that they see me do in my home. My phone is tapped, not tapped, it's hacked. It could be tapped. I don't know what you call it, but it's hacked, and just random people can see every single thing that I do on my phone. These random people can watch me in my home. The justice system have given members of the community here access to be able to do this, just to specifically carry out abuse. Yesterday I went to this store and I was just swamped with mostly women, mind you, mostly women carrying out cruel psychological abuse to try and get me to have a public meltdown. That's what they were doing. And I can't believe that women are actually involved in doing stuff like that when, we're covering for a police officer that attacks women in his spare time for fun and a pedophile. That's just 2 of the abusive men. And then we've got abusive police like this. I've got abusive men stalking my home constantly that watch me in my house. I don't know what creeps are viewing in on my home right now. And I need help. I do, because there's no law here. There's no law here. There's no one here to help me. If I call the landlord, it's the same. The landlord manipulates me in any way that they can, in very cruel ways too. And I've got proof of that. And when I say these people are parasites that are involved, like people must get paid to abuse me. That's all I can gather from this. They must be getting paid some way to come towards me and carry out abuse. Otherwise, why would they do it? And they've got something to gain out of it. And these people are just parasites. They really are. They will just try and get to me in any way. Like, I'll get messages on my phone based on abuse that they have thought up from watching me in my house doing something. These are the kind of things they're doing. They're just trying to trigger me in any way they can. And I'm constantly being provoked. Constantly. I mean, anyone would get angry with what I'm going through. And I've got people watching me in my home, invading my privacy. These police are sitting back laughing in my face. On that last video I made, you can hear the police in the background stalking, and it's all they've done all morning. And that's to try and get other people around here involved in the abuse. And just to let me know that there's no help. It's to try and cause me fear, to try and make me panic. And yeah, then they're sitting back watching my heart. So please, if you can help me in any way, bring more publicity to the abuse that I'm going through here in Campbelltown, please do, because I'm living with a woman downstairs, like not living with, but I may as well be, because she invades my personal space. She doesn't know boundaries at all, this woman. She feels entitled to do what she's doing. She does. And that's because she's had access to being able to do this for so long. She's been able to view me in my home and carry out abuse on me for months and months. If it's not almost a year, if it's not a year, it's almost a year now. She's been able to do this. It could even be longer, for all I know. She can watch my heart, and she has control of being able to pollute the air in my home to try and affect my breath, my breathing. So she obviously feels powerful. She, feels like having all this power. I don't know, the power's gone to her head or something, because she just feels like she can do whatever she likes. And she's doing it for money. This woman's doing this for money. She's expecting a lump sum of money if I pass away, or if I have some kind of mental health breakdown or a heart attack or something like that. So she needs to be stopped, because that's not mentally right. It will take a special kind of person to be able to do that to another person, and she's got to be unstable. And the landlord and the Campbelltown Police, so George Community Housing is the landlord, and the Campbelltown Police are using this woman's mental instability as a tool to abuse me. So please, if you can help me raise any public awareness around what I'm going through, I would be so grateful right now. If anyone can help me in any way to get justice in this situation and to stop these police from what they're doing, and this woman, because, this is my air. This is oxygen. If it was water or gas or anything like that, the landlord would have to do something immediately. They have sat back and watched this go on because they don't want to be held accountable, because they know they're going to be up for attempted murder. They were going to turn the gas on. I have no doubt about that, and try and make out like I took my own life in this unit, because of the way they have access to being able to contaminate my air. I'm in a lot of danger, because this woman has a gas stove underneath her range hood, and she's desperate. She's absolutely desperate right now. There's no doubt about that, and that's because of what she's involved in and just how much abuse she's put me through. And then there's other neighbours around here that are watching me in my home too, and they'll try and do anything to try and harm me in any way. So please, if you can help, even by sharing one of my videos. I'll pin some videos to this video, ones that actually show people the big picture of the situation, because people really need to see the full picture of what's going on here, why this abuse is being carried out on me in the first place. People need to see the whole picture to fully understand what's going on here. So thank you if you've listened to this video to the end, and bye for now.